guys, welcome to another vlog here at the Casa channel. Today we're going to take you along with a really cool recipe that Luke has not unveiled to me yet. He will unveil to you guys just now on the camera. So I just picked up the ingredients, so I have sort of an idea what it's going to be, but not quite yet. So
we're going to be making a warm pumpkin soup with pan sauteed mushrooms. It's going to be really delicious. I'm super excited about it. And it's a real simple seasonal dish. You have dried onions. You have dried mushrooms that we're letting soak in just a little bit of water here. This is going to give you that really umami, filling, rich, meaty flavor. Lots of protein and minerals and stuff in here. We also have a pumpkin. This is something that you can do. Pumpkins last a long time. A lot of people don't realize that. But next year we're going to be growing lots of pumpkins. And we're going to actually have a small pumpkin patch where we can Geneva is clearly extremely excited about the pumpkin patch.
continuing, we're going to grow.
So we're going to have a pumpkin patch, and we're going to grow lots of different pumpkins because pumpkins are actually a winter squash. And so a lot of people don't consider pumpkins a winter squash. However, they are winter squashes, and so we're going to grow them because all through winter you can be enjoying them, not just around Thanksgiving and Halloween. You can enjoy them all winter long. So yeah, we're going to be doing that, and so all we want is this. Just a small pie pumpkin is fine. Also, just a little bit of nutmeg, some black pepper, salt, olive oil, and rosemary, as well as garlic. So this is essentially all you're going to need. Then also we're going to just take a little bit of Parmesan cheese and we're going to mix that in later. So you want just a little bit of fresh Parmesan cheese. That's going to bring the whole dish together. It's going to be really delicious. Alright, so it took a little while. The skin was a little bit harder, and that's kind of one of those things where when you get a pumpkin from the store that you didn't grow, the results may vary. So the best way to get a ripe pumpkin is to grow it yourself. Alright, now I'm just going to slow roast it. I'm going to season it here with a little bit of black pepper and salt. And then I'm going to throw in just some garlic and rosemary. And you guys might be wondering why I'm in pajamas. We're having a pajama party. Cindy has not yet gotten into her attire yet, but soon we'll be all in our pajamas. I just enjoy being in pajamas longer than she does.
No judgment.
One thing I'm doing is I'm just cracking these cloves open here and rough chopping them. What we're just going to do is we're going to essentially steam the garlic inside of the pumpkin cavity. It's going to really flavor that flesh, and then we scrape it out. It's going to be just wonderful. And then we're going to take some fresh sprigs of rosemary. We're going to throw them right inside that cavity there. I don't know how much Cindy loves rosemary, but I promise you, Cindy, you'll like this. I was being sarcastic when I said that Cindy loves rosemary. It's an acquired taste. I love rosemary. Cindy's not super fond of it, but she's gonna love it after this. It's gonna give it that nice kind of pine winter scent there. Really make it nice and seasonal. And rosemary is such a seasonal herb right now, so we're gonna throw a little bit of salt on there. Season it well. Looks like I'm throwing a lot of salt on, but you want to bring that water out so it steams better. So you want to salt it really well, and then douse it with some olive oil. It's going to help it cook really well, lock in that moisture. And I'm going to put it in a preheated oven at 400 degrees, and we're going to get this rocking. It's been about 45-50 minutes or so. Pull them out. Wow. Look at that. And then we're just going to chop up about half an onion, so we can throw that into a hot pan with some oil. Discard. I'll use that for something else later. And the smell in this house is just fantastic. I mean, it is absolutely the most aromatic thing that you could possibly be cooking. And it just really warms the house. Here's a quick tip to cutting onions. Don't cut all the way through the onion. It's going to give you a beautiful dice. Alright, so we got just our onions sauteing away in just a pan of hot olive oil there. And we're going to put just a pinch of nutmeg. That's what that nutmeg was for. It's going to add just a nice earthy warmth to the dish. And it's also going to make sure that that it's going to really marry well with the pumpkin that we're putting in. It's going to kind of take out that pumpkin flavor that not everyone tends to like. But I love the pumpkin flavor, but this is going to add just another level of flavor onto that. So now we don't want to burn that because it's going to taste really bitter. So what I've done is I've prepared just this is just a can of vegetable broth here, and I'm going to throw that in. I'm going to bring this to a boil while we take out our pumpkin from the skin. All right, oh, this is turning absolutely beautiful. That I was worried at first. It looked a little dry. Put some water into the basin when it was cooking. Kind of steamed it real nice. It is absolutely perfect. So no worries there. We do not have to resort to a can of pumpkin puree. However, that is also an option if you don't want to go this route. But I'll tell you what, the smell, Cindy. What do you smell? I mean, what is that? What do you think about it smells?
It smells really good. It smells smells like the holidays.
Oh man, I'm telling you what, this is a dish. I mean, a lot of people would never think about doing this, Cindy. A lot of people would, they'd pass up pumpkin because it's just one. You also get look at this. I mean, that's that right there is that right there is a bowl.
Salad bowl.
So, a lot of people pass up the idea of pumpkin because it's not Thanksgiving or the fall. It's not autumn, and pumpkin is just such a versatile ingredient in cold weather. I mean, it's so awesome. So I'm going to scrape all that out. Wow, this is gonna make a ton here. So one pumpkin makes a lot. Yes. It goes a long ways there, nice and hearty. So, okay. Now the last thing we're going to do is we're not going to let this stuff go to waste here. So I'm going to take some of this rosemary and just put some of that rosemary in there because that not only helped to season the dish as it was cooking, is also going to infuse that flavor. And the rest of this we will reserve to the side if we need a little bit more. But that's enough right there. And then the last thing we're going to do is just salt it, pepper it. We're going to throw it into the broth, let it cook, and let it just cook down with the rest of the stuff. So let's go throw that into the broth. So I'm going to throw it in here. It's going to be able to feed a family. So we're just going to cook this for a second. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw it in a blender. So you just want to make sure to throw it in this broth mixture for just a little bit so that it blends better. So that's what that moisture is going to do, and it's going to just add so much flavor to this soup here. Wow, we're going to need a bigger bowl. Good. We're going to need a bigger we're going to need a bigger pot here. I didn't think it was going to make that much. So, all right. So now we're going to just give it a quick stir and throw it in the blender. All right, we're just heating up a pan here. We're going to throw in some of our white truffle oil here and some of our mushrooms. These have been infused now with water. They're nice and plump, fresh, and they look great. So we're going to just wait for the pan to heat up. That'll be the next step. There is our pumpkin soup.
Wow. That looks very delicious. And it smells so good. Look at those colors.
Get some mixture here. We're gonna finish it off with just a little sprinkle of Parmesan cheese. Fresh grated Parmesan. And there you have it.
I love mushrooms so. Mmm. Wow. This is really savory. It's kind of sweet. Mmm. I really like that, honey. You did a really great job. And the rosemary is not super strong that it turns me off of it, so I really like it. It's bright, colorful, it's very festive, and
Alright, let's give this a taste here.
be careful, it's steaming hot.
It's steaming hot. Wow. That's incredible. So wow, the meatiness of the mushrooms was great in there. It was just so, it was meaty, but there's no meat in it. So I highly recommend trying this. And it's so simple, extremely cheap, and it's, like I said, just let the oven do pretty much all the work. And you got yourself a delicious meal. We still have so much more left over for when family comes over. So hopefully you all enjoyed, and as always, mi casa es su casa.